What do you think about Chiefs and the Detroit Lions to open the season?
I think this is the reason, this choice of games, why the NFL schedule release is going to outrate all the second-round NBA playoff games combined. Because this is the shallowest, most eye-candy matchup. You're bringing the number 1 offense in the Chiefs, number 4 offense in the Lions, and the worst defense in the league, the Lions, and a Chiefs defense that did nothing significant. It's going to be fireworks before the game, some weird concert, and they're going to be fireworks during the game. What happened, Maggie, last time that Jared Goff and Patrick Mahomes played? 54-51. Goff threw 5 touchdowns, and Mahomes threw 6. This is going to be the shallow. It's like fantasy football come to life. And I actually do like the choice. It's new. It's not the Bills. We've seen that.
Yeah.
It's not the Eagles. That's the last game we saw. And it's not the Bengals. We've seen a lot of that. So the Chiefs, they went with something different. The last time we saw the Lions, they would beat the Packers to keep them out of the playoffs. I think this is an inspired choice. It's a good tone for me. It says the NFL is going to be shallow and all about offense next year. And we're there for it.
Yeah, basically one big 7-on-7 drill. Congrats with these two teams.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. This is betting a lot on the Lions. And listen, Lions, the new America's team. I get it. We're all on board with the Lions. But this is a big bet that the Lions are ready for this massive stage. And listen, maybe last year, you're right, beating Green Bay when all eyes were on that game to see if somehow the Packers and Aaron Rodgers could salvage the season and make it into the playoffs. They couldn't. The Lions sent them packing, even though the Lions had found out earlier in the day that they weren't even going to make the playoffs. This is just a big spot. And here's the thing. I thought the Lions were in a big spot with their draft this year, and then the first round came, and everyone was like, what are the Lions going to do? And, hey, congrats. They end up taking running back 12.
Oh, you kidding me?
Off-the-ball linebacker.
Oh,
people
you're
were down on the Lions. I'm just saying.
They might have been, but Jahmyr Gibbs is, adding to the theme. He's going to be completely scintillating.
Okay, he's going to be great. I'm just saying this was a moment when we were expecting a lot from the Lions, and after the first round, a lot of people were disappointed with how they maneuvered the draft. It might not end up mattering because if Gibbs and Jack Campbell end up being these great players, no one's going to care. But there were a lot of people who were disappointed, like, hey, this draft feels like it's from 1990. You know, there were a lot of jokes.
Fun of, but there were a lot of really smart analytics people who were like, the Lions know what they want to be, and they're going for it.
Listen, okay, great. I'm just saying, when have the Lions met the moment?
Well, they traded down from number 6.
I meant overall.
I'm just saying, like they could have drafted some tackle or defensive end, and it would have been a bomb. I love their draft makes it even better for this matchup because now they have another offensive weapon. You're right. Team building, drafting a running back and linebacker is not smart. They've never met the moment, but this is a new Lions. This is why it's so exciting.
Okay.
So the Lions already been bet down. It started out at 7. It's down to 6.5.
Wow.
People are into the Lions. I think they are really, really trending upward. I think this is going to be a good game. The over-under is 53.5.
That's crazy. I mean,
that's amazing.
So here's I want to believe in the Lions too. We already did some cursory, division bets. I bet them. I think they're going to win the division. That's not saying much. They are the favorites in the NFC North. But I like my Lions with no expectations. I like it when they have I love it when teams like the Lions have no expectations, and then all of a sudden they come in, they surprise everybody.
Well, it's been 30 years of no expectations and 30 years of no surprises, so you might as well try something new.
Yeah, this is going to be new. Lions on opening night is not normal.
You're right. They are America's team, and if they disappoint opening night? I was actually wondering about this, and you probably don't know either. They're selling advertising, obviously. Is the advertising in the beginning of the game more important than the end of the game? Because if the Chiefs blow them out, is NBC going to be okay with that? I don't know how it works because I will admit, there is a risk that this gets out of hand.
I don't know which advertising is more important. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no. I was just saying,
if it's a tie game with a final drive, I would assume the advertising at the end is the most important. I don't know how that works.
I used to, as I've told you many times, I used to work at the league office, so I like to think that I can put myself in those penny loafers and get into the mindset of the league.
It's your Brooks Brothers shirt.
I think that they know they'll get ratings on whoever they put, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just wondering, I don't want the Lions to just belly flop in the first game of the season. We want to like the Lions this year. We want to root for the Lions.
But from a logistical standpoint, that's all true. But I think the league does not want to blow out on opening night. That's a real concern.
Yeah, you don't want to blow out.
So I'm wondering, I honestly wonder, they must have said, it was part of the calculus, hey, is this game going to even be close in the second half? And I think they think it is. I think whoever's the football minds behind these decisions are into the Lions.
Look who they passed on in terms of quarterback matchups. And you can say, been there, done that. They passed on Jalen Hurts. They passed on Joe Burrow. They passed on Josh Allen to give you Jared Goff.
Yeah, but Goff was good last year.
Okay, but fine. But, like, if I gave you those 4 quarterbacks and says, which one of these is not like the other, you would know what I'm talking about.
Right, but if I told you 3 years, Jared Goff was basically Joe Burrow 3 years ago. So, anyway, regardless, yeah, I see what you're saying. I like their new idea. Why waste those quarterbacks? Why not get a huge rating later in the season? We're already going to have the eyeballs. All the games that have come out. How many games have come out today?
It's so many we can't really keep track of it. It's such dribs and drabs, though. It's like we weirdly have the entire Packers schedule, yet we only have like 2 Raider games. It's weird.
I can't wait for all of them. Honestly, I wish they were all here tomorrow. There's so many. This Lions-Chiefs game.
This really got you going.
Weren't you the same way? It's not just that. There's so many matchups. A lot of the Eagles games came out.
Yeah.
There's just so many matchups. Like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to watch that game.